Hello, everyone, and here's the first What If video of 2026. That, of course, is what if Seaspray was in the Bayverse? Including Seaspray in the Bayverse isn't really that tricky. Why do I say this? Because in Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, when they were making that film, like during the early stages of development, there was meant to be a sea-themed Transformer. That was meant to be Depth Charge, who would have turned into a battleship. And I think it's interesting, but I much prefer Depth Charge with the Maximals, considering I first knew who Depth Charge was from Beast Wars. I just feel like Michael Bay wasn't really the right choice for Transformers looking back. I don't think he was really the right choice. But Death Charge was dropped. But what if instead of dropping the Sea theme Transformer altogether, they replaced Death Charge with someone like Seaspray? This actually could have been possible to include Seaspray as a replacement for, Depth Charge. But then you have to think to yourself, who would have played Seaspray? I honestly have no idea who would have played Seaspray, but all I know is that rather than turn into a battleship like Depth Charge, he would be a submarine like he always has been. Now, what would have happened to Revenge of the Fallen, which would have been Seaspray's debut since he's replacing Depth Charge? Honestly, not much. He probably would have appeared when, at the Abba base at Diego Garcia, and not really a lot would change there on out until a final battle where he would have came to help, with the Abbots facing the Decepticons, and basically the final battle would have probably ended a lot sooner, because I could picture Seaspray shooting harpoons to kill some of the protoforms. And of course, this would have led to the final battle ending sooner. Then you move on to Transformers Dark of the Moon, which honestly I don't think would really change a lot. Again, honestly, nothing would change much, other than that Seaspray would probably have gotten the Nest soldiers to the tower where Carly was being held at, most likely. But the rest of the movie could have gone out the same. But then we move on to Age of Extinction the Last Night, where I picture two scenarios. Scenario 1. After Dark of the Moon, Seaspray would have gotten hunted by Cemetery when lockdown. And apparently, this would have led to the events in Age of Extinction the Last Night, mostly the last night, to remain unchanged. Yay! But then we move on to scenario 2, which is why Seaspray weren't hunted down. Seaspray, considering he's a water-based transformer, he could very well escape Cemetery when in lockdown. And he probably would have set out Age of Extinction, letting the movie to remain the same. And he probably wouldn't return till the last night, where he would have been the submarine transformer instead of, that generic one that was in the movie. And his role in the film could either end with his death during the Nemesis Prime fight, or could end with him surviving. I think he would most likely die during the Nemesis Prime fight, but I could also see him not dying in the end. So that's why Seaspray was in the Bayverse. Do I think Seaspray should have been in the Bayverse? Maybe. If they were literally going to make the submarine transformer a non-generic one, That easily would have been perfect for Seaspray. But that just didn't happen, unfortunately. But anyways, I hope you're all excited for more What If videos coming out this year. Anyways, I will see you all later.